Stay with me for just a moment. Have you ever felt it, that quiet, aching hunger to become someone? To be extraordinary? To leave a mark? To have someone look at you and think, she's done something real with her life? Or maybe it's less poetic than that. Maybe it's just the low-grade panic of watching everyone around you take shape. Getting titles, building things, becoming defined while you stand there, still feeling like a rough draft. No clear identity. No impressive resume. Nothing you can point to and say with confidence, this is who I am. If any of that lives in your chest right now, I want to sit with you in it today. Not to fix it, but to gently trace it back to where it actually begins. When we peel back the ambition, the restlessness, the drive to become what's actually underneath, for most people, it isn't confidence. It isn't vision. It's a quiet, persistent belief that the way I am right now is not enough. That without an achievement, a title, a proof of something I don't quite deserve to take up space. That love, belonging, legitimacy, all of it is conditional. All of it has to be earned. And so we run. We build. We reach. If I become this, I'll finally be enough. But here is the trap, the one almost no one warns you about. Imagine you work for years towards something. And then, one day, you get there. The title, the recognition, the thing you could finally point to. And for a moment, just a moment, it feels like arrival. But then, almost immediately, the horizon shifts. There's still further to go. There are still people ahead of me. This isn't really enough yet. The goalpost moves. It always moves. Not because you failed, but because the foundation was never about the goal. The belief underneath, I am not enough as I am, that never changed. And so no achievement, however real, can fill a hole that was never meant to be filled that way. The shape of the emptiness changes, but the emptiness remains. I want to say something that might feel uncomfortable. The message becomes someone. The one that echoes through every motivational post, every success story. Every carefully curated feed contains a quiet kind of violence. Because embedded in it is an assumption that the people who haven't become someone yet don't fully count. We live in a world that measures existence in credentials, in follower counts, in titles and output and visible proof of significance. And when you spend enough time inside that world, you start to feel it, this low hum of I'm not real yet. I haven't earned my place yet. But I want you to stop for a moment and ask yourself something. Is there actually such a thing as a person who is no one? Someone who wakes up in the morning, who exchanges a few words with another human being, who feels things, remembers things, loses things, loves things. That person with no title, no platform, no proof of productivity is already someone to someone, already shaping the world, even if the world isn't watching. The invisibility isn't real. It's just a story the metrics are telling you. There's something else I want to offer you, a softer, stranger idea. Can identity even be fixed? Think of a river. We give it a name, and somehow that makes it feel permanent. The same river we crossed last summer. But the water is never the same. Every molecule has moved on. What we're naming is not a thing, but a process, a continuous flowing. You are like that. The person you were 5 years ago held different fears, different certainties, different definitions of what mattered. And 5 years from now, you'll have shifted again, in ways you can't yet predict. So when you chase a fixed identity, I need to become this specific thing, you're trying to name a river that's still moving. You're not a noun, you're a verb. And there is something quietly liberating about letting yourself be that, a living process, not a finished product. So much of the pain of I'm not yet someone comes from comparison. She's already built something. He's already arrived. And I'm still here, empty-handed. But let me ask you this. When you compare yourself to someone who seems to have made it, what exactly are you comparing? You're measuring their visible surface against your entire interior. Their polished highlight against your unfiltered doubt. You cannot see the grief behind their achievement. The loneliness after the applause faded, the quiet moment when they got everything they wanted, and still felt the hollowness underneath. The comparison was never fair. It was never even real. And the feeling of being no one that rises up in you when you compare, That feeling isn't a truth about you. It's an optical illusion, constructed entirely by the act of comparing. Stop comparing, and watch how quickly the feeling dissolves. There's something waiting for you on the other side of all this striving. It might feel like emptiness at first. I want to be honest about that. When you stop reaching, stop performing, stop constructing a self for others to evaluate, there's a moment of exposure. If I'm not building towards something, who am I? But if you stay in that silence a little longer, something unexpected happens. You find that the place you thought was empty isn't. There's a stillness there, a groundedness, a quiet that has been waiting patiently beneath all the noise. A version of you that isn't performing for anyone, that isn't justified by any accomplishment, that simply is. And that version breathes deeper than any version you've ever tried to become. When we are always chasing a future self, we are never quite living now. We are always a little ahead of ourselves, slightly absent from our own lives. But in that stillness, in the moment of just being, you arrive, maybe for the first time, in the present, and it is richer than any arrival I can describe. Let me offer you one more perspective, a wide one. This universe has been unfolding for 13.8 billion years. Life on this planet has been threading itself into more and more complex forms, for billions of years before you arrived. And through an almost incomprehensible chain of coincidences, every ancestor who survived, every meeting that happened against all odds, every thread that could have broken but didn't, here you are, right now, in this moment. There is no combination of circumstances that could have produced exactly you, ever again. Not before, not after. You are, in the most literal sense, a once in the history of the universe event. And you're worried you haven't yet become someone? You already are someone. You have been, from the very first moment you existed. The credentials were never the point. The shift I'm inviting you toward, it doesn't come from gaining something. It comes from releasing something. The belief that you are not yet enough. The story that your right to be here is still pending. The exhausting, invisible weight of having to earn your own existence. You don't put those things down all at once. I know that. But you can put down a little today, and a little more tomorrow. Until, slowly, the urgency softens. Until the voice that says become someone grows quieter, and another voice, steadier and older, says, you already are. To you, the one who has been running toward a version of yourself you thought would finally be enough. Your longing is not weakness. It is loyalty to the part of you that knows you matter, even when the world hasn't confirmed it yet. But you don't need the world's confirmation. You never did. You are allowed to be here, not because of what you've built, not because of what you're becoming, but because you exist, right now, as you are, completely. The permission you've been waiting for, you can give it to yourself, today, in this moment. And the day you stop trying to become someone, that is the day you finally meet who you've been all along. Thank you for being here with me. I hope you find your way to that stillness. And I hope, when you do, you recognize yourself.